Imagine a world where money is entirely digital, secure, and accessible to everyone, anywhere, at any time. The year is 2077. Amelia, a young artist in vibrant London, wakes with a stretch, the sunlight filtering through her smart window. She reaches for her slick neural implant, logging into the network and ordering her morning smoothie. She will blink to pay when she picks it up on her way to work. Let's take a quick look at the evolution of money, from barter systems to physical coins and paper bills. The evolution of money began with bartering. Think of ancient times. Do you remember trading your Pokemon cards? That is bartering. We started trading chickens for tools. That is where it began. Up until about the 6th century BC, we replaced bartering by offering standardized form of currency. Think King Croesus of Lydia. King Croesus of Lydia around 560 BC is credited with creating the first standardized gold and silver coins with a guaranteed purity for general circulation. Paper bills did not exist until around the 17th century AD, more convenient and portable than coins. Think banknotes issued by banks. Limited use paper bills weren't universally adopted in the 17th century. They were initially issued by private bank goldsmith bankers, primarily in Europe, as a receipt for deposited valuables like gold and silver. There was initial skepticism about the value of these paper bills. Unlike coins with intrinsic value based on the metal they contained, paper bills relied solely on the credibility of issuing banks. Credibility is coming into question as early as 17th century AD. They were lighter, easier to store and transport, and could be issued in larger denominations for higher value transactions. However, the challenge was ensuring their value remained stable. How can you ensure it remains stable if the underlying asset is not known? The need for stability led to the establishment of central banks, such as the Bank of England, founded in 1694. These banks had the opportunity to issue and regulate paper bills, issuing a value was tied to the nation's gold reserves. The evolution of paper bills over time. These banks had the authority to issue and regulate paper money. They were supposedly ensuring that the value is tied to the gold reserves held within. What? The evolution of paper bills continued, and over time, money became more standard and secure as paper moved in and coins moved out. To verify these paper bills and keep authentic, or to give them authenticity, that we started to feature things like watermarks and engravings and serial numbers. All this was done to prevent counterfeiting. This is how ridiculous, if you think about it, paper money is. It's ridiculous if you begin to think about the fact that banks had the authority to say, we have this amount of gold, we are going to issue this amount of paper money. It was fucking a lie. This also gave banks the first inclination of what it means to have leverage over their customers. I don't want to say customers, I would say consumers. Consumers of their bullshit is a more fitting term. The introduction of paper bills did indeed give banks more leverage in the financial system. They were able to offer for the first time fractional reserve banking. With fractional reserve banking meant that banks with paper bills could create more credit. They could give more loans than they actually had in reserve. How did they do that? Well, they instituted a law that said if you put money into the bank, you need to submit notice in paper letting us know if you are going to withdraw it. Evil shit was happening. This fractional reserve banking system allowed them to expand the money supply and stimulate the economy when they felt necessary. It also increased the power and influence they had to access credit. It also let them decide who they were going to give credit to, what businesses they were going to help succeed, and what businesses they were going to make sure failed. By issuing paper money, central banks gained greater control over the money supply. They could influence interest rates and inflation by adjusting the amount of currency in circulation. However, this control also gave them significant leverage over the overall economy. Are you kidding me? A bunch of shiesty MFers have control over everything. Now we get into the digital world, which is something that bankers initially were very skeptical and scared of because shit was going to be on a ledger. Was it public? Nope, not even close. Credit cards, 1950. How did they come about? The first credit cards emerged in the 50s, allowing consumers to make purchases on credit and pay later. There was a group of stockbrokers that got together in New York and said, we are tired of carrying around wads of money to pay for our steak lunches. So they convinced several steakhouses in New York City to accept this thing called Diners Club, which was the first credit card. It was a paper card that you got if you became a member, and you showed this at the steakhouse. They wrote down your number, and your bill was paid at the end of the month. That is how credit was conceived. They would charge you a fee for doing this. Everybody was happy. You could show up like a big shot at lunch, pay for everything with your little piece of paper. Everybody at the table was wonderstruck, and now we are going digital. The banks want to offer you this service, to have this plastic piece of card that they're going to get interest on, right? They get money on the transaction. So let's get this in everybody's hand. Let's convince everybody to use this online digital ATM system, which they did, and it blossomed, right? By 1990, it got to such a fever pitch. We had the internet start to kick in. Online banking came in, where you could access your funds, send payments digitally, which was absolutely amazing. The rise of the internet in 1990 ushered in the era of online banking. This innovation allowed users to manage their finances remotely, paying bills, transferring funds, and checking account balances electronically. The benefits of digital payments were just beginning to get realized. We started looking at several different advantages over traditional methods. One, convenience. Digital payments are quicker and easier and faster than cash or checks. Transactions happen instantly, and online banking allows for people to manage finances from absolutely anywhere they have an internet connection. Security. Modern digital payment systems incorporate various security measures like PIN numbers, encryption, and fraud detection tools. We've learned how to make online banking secure. In the 90s, we figured out how to make shit secure. It's safe. It is safe to do shit digitally. Digital transactions create a clear record of purchases and payments, simplifying budgeting and expense tracking. If you can do this stuff digitally, isn't it great? For the first time ever, you get your bill sent to you at the end of the month saying exactly what has been bought, sold, and paid for by your digital credit card. The future of digital payments is just getting started. Digital payments continue to evolve with advancements in technology. Mobile wallets, contactless payments, instant money transfers are becoming increasingly popular. As technology progresses, further innovations are likely to shape the future of how we manage and spend money. Enter the crypto sphere. Let's start by breaking down what cryptocurrency actually is. Crypto is a new form of digital money that exists entirely online. No physical coins or paper bills. The key thing that sets it apart is decentralization. Unlike traditional money controlled by central banks, crypto operates on a distributed network of computers with no single authority in charge, no government in control. It is only controlled by the people. It cannot be stopped. Now, cryptocurrencies are built on different blockchain technologies. Think of blockchains as a public ledger that records all transactions transparently and permanently. This technology ensures the security and immutability of crypto transactions. Once they are recorded, they can never be altered or reversed. Unlike fiat currencies backed by gold or government reserves, the value of cryptocurrency is determined solely by market supply and demand. Bitcoin, the original and most well-known cryptocurrency created back in 2009 by the mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto. While Bitcoin is primarily used for peer-to-peer transactions, some other cryptocurrencies offer added functionalities like smart contracts and access to decentralized applications or apps. Before we go even deeper, let me briefly explain a couple other key crypto concepts. One, mining is the process of creating new crypto units and verifying transactions on the blockchain network. Wallets are secure digital storage solutions for holding your cryptocurrency. Exchanges are online platforms where you can buy, sell, and trade different cryptocurrencies. This is your chance to really understand this revolution, this new financial world that is upon us. Whatever your age is, it is time to jump in. I'm going to make this super easy to digest. It will be something that anybody can understand. All you need to do is have a bit of patience.